With us once again in Tucson, Arizona. Kelly, what more are we learning about that latest news about the DNA found on a glove a couple of miles from Nancy's house?
Well, the snapshot we are getting from investigators is that there's a lot of evidence that they've been dealing with, and a glove and other gloves have been talked about a lot publicly, and they have taken testing of those. They have established DNA profile, and then they've compared it against that database that you referred to, which includes persons all across the country who've been arrested or charged or convicted with a crime. There are differing laws state by state about when someone who's taken into custody must provide their DNA. But it is a vast database, and certainly if there were a criminal history, that would be a good way to identify a potential depositor of that DNA. Then, is it in some way linked to the Guthrie case? That's another big question. So work is being done. There are hundreds of investigators who are on this case working on a stream of different types of approaches. We know, for example, that they have been canvassing gun stores in the area. Why? Because the suspect seen on that doorbell video had a weapon, had a holster that had some interesting identifying markers that authorities are trying to get a better read on. Where was it purchased?
What you're about to see will shock you to your core. Leaked footage obtained exclusively from an anonymous source shows Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law crumbling under intense FBI pressure, revealing secrets that could change everything about this case. And the details, they're worse than anyone ever imagined. For months, the public believed this was a simple investigation, but behind closed doors, the story has been spiraling into a nightmare of betrayal, lies, and explosive revelations. The son-in-law, usually calm and composed in public, was caught on camera sweating, stammering, and facing questions that seemed almost impossible to answer. And here's the kicker. The FBI didn't just show up to ask polite questions. Every frame of this leaked interrogation shows a man under the kind of pressure that breaks families apart and exposes hidden alliances. What did he say? What did he hide? And more importantly, who else is involved? By the end of this video, you will understand why insiders are calling this the most shocking twist in the Nancy Guthrie saga yet. But be warned, what comes next is not for the faint of heart. The secrets that are about to be revealed will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew before the chaos, before the FBI raid, and before the shocking interrogation footage leaked. The Guthrie family seemed like the picture of stability. Nancy Guthrie, 84, was more than just a mother and grandmother. She was a silent backbone of a family that had survived tragedy, heartbreak, and the glare of public attention. But behind the warm smiles and the Sunday church rituals, tensions had been simmering for years. Tensions that no one outside the family could see. Until now, Nancy's daughter, Savannah Guthrie, is a household name, a journalist with the kind of influence that makes politicians sweat and celebrities squirm. But what the world doesn't fully grasp is that the life she built on screen came from lessons learned in her home, lessons instilled by her mother. Nancy's discipline, her quiet authority, and her unwavering moral compass shaped Savannah into someone who could navigate scandals, lies, and threats without blinking. Yet, for all her power in the public eye, Savannah could not protect her mother from a nightmare that would strike in the dead of night. Then there's Tommaso Tyan, Nancy's son-in-law, the man at the center of today's leaked FBI interrogation. Outwardly calm, polite, and the kind of person you'd never suspect. Insiders whisper about cracks in his demeanor long before Nancy's disappearance. Late-night arguments, hushed phone calls, and cryptic text messages hinted at tensions hidden behind closed doors. A family member who spoke anonymously told sources, there were nights when the house felt electric with tension, like something terrible was waiting to happen. The events of January 31st, 2026, started like any other night in the quiet Catalina Foothills neighborhood of Tucson, Arizona. Savannah was dropped off at her mother's home by Tommaso, her children in tow, smiling and unaware that the night would mark the beginning of a horrifying chain of events. The garage door closed at 9:50 p.m., and Nancy's home, usually a sanctuary, would become the center of a crime that would shake the nation. Nancy Guthrie lived alone. No alarms, no indoor cameras, just a single Nest doorbell camera that would become the only silent witness to the terror about to unfold. For 8 long days, Investigators had almost nothing. No leads, no witnesses, no digital breadcrumbs. Then came the shocking revelation. The doorbell camera had been tampered with. The footage, once thought lost forever, would later resurface, showing a masked intruder moving with terrifying precision across Nancy's front porch. Calm, methodical, chillingly familiar with the layout of the home. Every move screamed premeditation. Every detail hinted at a mind that had planned this for weeks, if not months. The mystery deepened further with the discovery of the black glove. Found 2 miles away from the house, it contained an unknown male DNA profile. Someone completely absent from the criminal database. No prior arrests. No history. Just a ghost. A man who existed in shadows, who left only fragments behind for the FBI to piece together. This revelation turned the case from a straightforward abduction into a full-blown enigma. Investigators had to go beyond standard procedures. They turned to genetic genealogy, tracing potential relatives to even find the faintest glimmer of a lead. But it wasn't just DNA that fueled frenzy. The masked man carried a backpack, a 25L Ozark Trail hiker pack, easily recognizable, with a handgun in a mismatched holster, and most importantly, a cell phone in his hand. That phone, insiders suggest, may be the key to unraveling the entire web of secrets. Pings, GPS traces, and app data could potentially tie the intruder to Tommaso Tyan, or perhaps someone even closer to the family. Every detail, no matter how small, has investigators questioning loyalties, motives, and hidden agendas within the Guthrie household. It's here in the tension between the public image of perfection and the private undercurrents of suspicion that the drama explodes. Multiple family members have been communicating about financial discrepancies, cryptic text messages, and unexplained absences in the days leading up to Nancy's disappearance. And Tommaso, once the calm, dependable husband, suddenly finds himself at the center of a storm he cannot control. Sources claim he had been questioned by private investigators months prior for reasons never publicly disclosed. Was it mere coincidence that the FBI's most recent interrogation revealed cracks in his story? Or was it the culmination of secrets he thought buried forever? Meanwhile, the neighborhood itself has become a pressure cooker. Neighbors report strange sightings. Cars parked without explanation, masked figures on nearby streets, and unidentifiable activity late at night. Social media exploded with screenshots, cryptic tips, and theories that hint at connections between Tommaso, business transactions, and even old acquaintances of Nancy who had vanished from public view. Everything seemed ordinary until you peeled back the layers, and what emerged was a house of hidden fractures, of whispers and unspoken threats. As we stand on the precipice of this story, one fact remains undeniable. The leaked FBI footage of Tommaso Tyan cracking under interrogation is only the tip of the iceberg. Beneath his sweating, stammering exterior lies a web of relationships, secrets, and betrayals that could explain how an 84-year-old woman became the target of an audacious, meticulously planned abduction. Every clue points to something bigger, darker, and far more sinister than anyone imagined. And here's the question you have to ask yourself as the pieces start to fall into place. Was this a crime of opportunity? Or was someone inside the Guthrie family keeping secrets that could bring everything crashing down? Stay tuned, because the next section reveals a major conflict and the first shocking twist that will leave you questioning everyone you thought you knew. The night of the disappearance started quietly, deceptively so, as if the universe itself was holding its breath. Nancy Guthrie's house, usually filled with warmth and laughter, became a stage for terror. Sources reveal that the masked intruder had been watching the home for days, timing every move, memorizing every pattern, noting every light switch, every security camera angle. And when the moment finally arrived, it was shockingly precise. The first phone call came at 11:02 p.m., a frantic, muffled voice, later confirmed as a neighbor reporting a suspicious figure. Moments later, the Nest doorbell captured the intruder walking up to the porch, a calmness in his step that made even seasoned FBI agents uneasy. But here's what insiders say will shock you. He didn't wear gloves on both hands. One hand was bare, revealing DNA that would later be the breakthrough investigators had been desperate for. This single detail, small as it seems, would ignite the wildfire of the case. Tommaso Tyan, Nancy's son-in-law, was questioned within hours. The FBI wasted no time. Agents combed through his phone, financial records, and text history. Sources claim the interrogation was intense. Psychological warfare, designed to crack even the most composed suspect. And crack he did. The leaked footage, now circulating in exclusive circles, shows Tommaso sweating, pacing, and faltering under direct questioning. His voice trembles as he tries to explain gaps in his alibi, while agents push relentlessly, piece by piece, at his narrative. Every pause, every hesitation, every stutter screamed of panic, guilt, or fear. But for what? The plot thickens when we examine the black glove. 2 miles from Nancy's home, wrapped in snow and mud, it contained a male DNA profile that initially led nowhere. No criminal record, no matches in Cody's. It was a phantom, a ghost that refused to exist in official records. But investigators weren't done. They turned to genetic genealogy, building family trees from distant relatives, tracing connections back years. And guess what insiders say? One lead from this analysis pointed uncomfortably close to Tommaso's extended family network. The implications are chilling. Someone so close, yet so hidden, might be tangled in this mystery. But that's not all. Surveillance footage from nearby Walmart and gun stores reveal purchases that raised eyebrows. A handgun sold days before the abduction, a tactical backpack purchased under a different name, and a seemingly unrelated cell tower ping that aligns eerily with Tommaso's known locations. Investigators narrowed a staggering 50,000 tips down to just 40 names. And Tommaso emerged as a central figure, not because he was caught on camera committing crime, but because every indirect trail of evidence pointed straight at him. Meanwhile, the FBI prepared a sealed arrest warrant. Sources indicate midnight raids were coordinated with military-like precision. A Range Rover registered to a close relative of Tommaso was towed for forensic analysis. Financial transactions from multiple accounts, some even joint with Nancy, were scrutinized for suspicious patterns. Every small detail added fuel to a narrative that was spiraling out of control. And for Tommaso, there was no escaping the pressure. Leaked texts added another layer of shock. One message, allegedly sent by Tommaso weeks before the abduction, read, "Everything is under control. She won't suspect a thing." Another, sent hours before Nancy vanished. "Meet me at the usual spot. Don't tell anyone." Anonymous insiders insist these messages were just the tip of a communication iceberg, and that full phone logs reveal a network of hidden contacts, potentially implicating other family members or acquaintances. And here's the first twist that will leave your jaw on the floor. The FBI interrogation footage suggests Tommaso may have known more than he admitted. Knowledge of Nancy's routines, habits, even financial records. In one moment, he freezes, then suddenly asks an agent, "How? How do you know that?" This line, innocuous to the untrained ear, sent shockwaves through law enforcement channels. If he knew what investigators already knew, could there be an insider tipping him off? Was someone close to the family manipulating events behind the scenes? Social media has already exploded. Leaked clips of Tommaso stammering under FBI questioning are being dissected on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Users debate endlessly. Is he a mastermind or a terrified family man caught in a nightmare? Memes mocking his panicked expressions circulate alongside theories linking him to long-lost family disputes and financial motives. Every post, every comment, every share intensifies the storm, making this case feel both intimate and global at the same time. Just when you think the tension has peaked, insiders drop another bombshell. The masked intruder seen on the porch may not have acted alone. Surveillance footage hints at a second figure, barely visible, retreating into the shadows. Could Tommaso have been part of a coordinated plan? Or is there someone even closer to Nancy orchestrating every terrifying detail? And that brings us to the cliffhanger, because the first twist is just the beginning. The interrogation is over, but the story is far from done. What happened in those hours of questioning? Who else might? Celebrity commentary has now entered the mix. Reality stars, influencers, and news pundits are weighing in, adding layers of speculation. One anonymous tweet, allegedly from a celebrity insider, claimed, "If this footage is real, the son-in-law is just the tip of the iceberg. You haven't seen anything yet." The comment ignited a viral storm. with reactions ranging from disbelief to full-blown outrage. You can feel the tension mounting, not just in social media, but in newsrooms scrambling to cover the chaos. And here's the cliffhanger that will leave everyone reeling. Investigators reportedly discovered traces of DNA at a secondary location miles from Nancy's home. Early speculation suggests it could belong to the second figure seen on surveillance, meaning this case is far from over. Could there be a hidden accomplice? Is Tommaso covering for someone even closer? And the most terrifying question of all, is Nancy still in danger? As the leaked interrogation and surveillance footage went viral, the public erupted. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with theories, memes, and heated debates. Fans dissected every frame of Tommaso's crumbling composure, speculating wildly about what he was hiding. Some insisted he was guilty beyond a shadow of doubt, while others whispered about a shadowy accomplice pulling the strings. Hashtags like hashtag Nancy Guthrie Files, hashtag son-in-law scandal, and hashtag masked intruder took over trending charts, dominating discussions across platforms. The story didn't just stay online. It exploded into mainstream celebrity commentary. Reality TV stars and influencers, eager for clout, began weighing in. One leaked Instagram story from a minor celebrity read, "If this is true, Nancy's son-in-law is the tip of an iceberg no one was ready for." Within minutes, screenshots of the post were circulating on Twitter, fueling arguments, conspiracy theories, and pure panic among viewers. Some fans began creating fan pages dedicated to tracking the masked intruder, posting alleged sightings, and analyzing shadowy images frame by frame. Inside sources, claiming connections to the investigation, hinted that the FBI was now in crisis mode over a flood of tips. Anonymous leaks suggested that more than 200 leads had been submitted just in the first 24 hours after the footage dropped online. The story snowballed. Investigators were reportedly overwhelmed by the public frenzy, making it impossible to contain the leaks. Social media users, claiming insider knowledge, began predicting who the second figure might be, tying in family betrayal, financial motives, and even supposed threats Nancy had received months before her disappearance. Celebrities and pundits amplified the chaos. Fake insider tweets alleged that Tommaso had sent cryptic messages to close friends, hinting at a secret plan that even investigators had yet to uncover. Late-night talk shows started discussing the footage, framing it as a shocking expose on domestic betrayal, familial deceit, and hidden conspiracies. Industry insiders hinted that reality shows connected to the Guthrie family were in jeopardy, raising the stakes higher than anyone expected. Meanwhile, fans online were split. Some flooded Tommaso's social media accounts with hate, accusing him of being a cold, calculated manipulator. Others cautiously defended him, claiming the footage could be misinterpreted or even manipulated. Polls went viral asking, was Tommaso acting alone, or is there someone else orchestrating this? Every new leak, rumor, or cryptic tweet sent the chaos into overdrive, leaving the public desperate for answers. And the cliffhanger? Sources revealed that law enforcement had quietly approached a high-profile reality star for testimony regarding Tommaso's recent movements, hinting that the story is about to spiral even further into shocking public spectacle. The drama isn't slowing down. It's building to a fever pitch, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, hungry for the next explosive revelation. Just when the public thought they'd seen it all, the story took a spine-chilling turn. Late last night, an anonymous tip reached a national news outlet claiming that Tommaso's calm, collected demeanor during the FBI interrogation was not what it seemed. According to the leak, hidden in the footage, carefully cropped out in the viral clips, was a second figure lurking in the shadows, barely visible but unmistakably present. Sources claimed this person was whispering instructions to Tommaso, suggesting he was not acting alone. The revelation sent shockwaves through social media. Fans immediately began theorizing. Who could it be? A family member? A close friend? Or a mysterious accomplice completely unknown to investigators? Every frame of the leaked footage was scrutinized, slowed down, and dissected by amateur detectives online. Screenshots went viral showing what appeared to be someone holding a small device near Tommaso, possibly coordinating his moves or feeding him information while FBI agents grilled him. The idea that Tommaso could be a pawn rather than the mastermind turned the entire narrative upside down. Meanwhile, insiders hinted at damning new evidence from financial records. It appears that multiple large transactions, previously unnoticed, were made from an account linked to someone very close to Tommaso, just days before Nancy's disappearance. The timing is uncanny, suggesting that someone else may have orchestrated the abduction while using Tommaso as a decoy. This revelation alone has left investigators scrambling and the public paralyzed with shock. Adding fuel to the fire, a leaked private chat allegedly between Tommaso and an unidentified contact surfaced. In it, the messages read, "It's almost done. Don't let them suspect me. I'll follow instructions." The cryptic tone ignited a frenzy of speculation. Who was giving him orders? And what exactly were these instructions? Social media users exploded with theories, some even suggesting a hidden criminal network operating in the background, a plot twist no one saw coming. As if that wasn't enough, insiders disclosed that a sealed FBI warrant for the second figure had been quietly approved overnight. Rumors claim that authorities are preparing to execute a midnight operation targeting this unknown accomplice, which could reveal secrets that will dwarf anything previously leaked. The public is now on edge, with live streams, TikTok updates, and fan theories intensifying a global obsession. And here's the cliffhanger. Sources hint that the shadowy figure may already be aware the FBI is closing in. Investigators believe that whoever it is, they may have planned contingencies for escape, misdirection, or further chaos. The dramatic twists leave the entire narrative hanging. Tommaso's guilt may just be the tip of a much darker iceberg, and the full truth about Nancy's abduction is still buried somewhere, waiting to explode. The stage is set. The world is watching. And no one, not the FBI, not the family, not the public, has seen the full, shocking picture yet. Whatever comes next will redefine the case entirely, leaving viewers desperate, terrified, and completely hooked. Before you go, I need to hear your theory. Who is the shadowy figure guiding Tommaso? Could there be a hidden accomplice orchestrating everything right under our noses? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because this story is far from over. Hit that like button if you're shocked, and make sure to subscribe. You do not want to miss the next explosive update, because sources tell me the FBI's midnight raid could reveal secrets that will blow this case wide open. Stay tuned. The truth is coming, and it's more twisted than anyone could imagine.